Welcome to Mahila Samacha online class, 9th standard, second language English. The topic, The Noble Bishop by Victor Hugo. Glossary, first one, Jean Valjean, to be pronounced as Jean Valjean. It is pronounced as Jean Valjean. Jean, it is given here in English, Jean Valjean, but it is pronounced as Jean Valjean. Second one, convict, a person imprisoned for a crime. Convict means a person imprisoned for a crime. Means he has did some mistake and is put into jail for the mistake. Third one, galley. Galley means a ship usually rowed by prisoners. So galley means a ship usually rowed, means they row, the ship should move, so they row by the prisoners itself. A clow, next one is alcove. Alcove means a partly enclosed space in the room. Alcove. Next, stifling. Stifling means suffocating. Stifling means suffocating. Next, mantle means a shelf above a fireplace. Mantle means it is a shelf above a fireplace. In some foreign houses and all, and there it will be very cold, so they'll be having a fireplace, a place to make them warm. So that is above the shelf. Next, devour. Devour, eat up something greedily. So eating something when we are hungry, so eating, that is called devour, eat up something greedily. Sentence. Next one, it is a verb, sentence. It is sentence means here punishment given by the court of law. A person who does any mistake, so the punishment will be given in the court. That is called as sentence. Next one, sob. Sob means draw in breath noisily while crying. Next, lash. Lash means strike with a whip or whip. Lash. Hound. Next one is hound. 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 A type of dog used in haunting. A type of dog used in haunting. Reflect. Next, reflect means think deeply. Reflect means here in the lesson thinking deeply. Next, shudder. Shudder means shiver with cold, fear, etc. Here in the lesson, shudder means shivering. When we have fever or cold, we shiver. So that is called cold or fear or etc. is called as shudder. Next, conscience. Conscience means a person's awareness of right and wrong. So we too, when we are confused, we listen to our consciousness. That is called as conscience, a person's awareness of right and wrong. Next, contemplate means consider something thoughtfully. Consider something thoughtfully, think something and do it correctly. Next, sergeant. Sergeant means police officer. In this lesson, sergeant means police officer. Next, strive means try very hard. To work very hard or try very hard is called as strive. Oppressed. Next one is oppressed, be treated in an unfair way. So be treated in an unfair way. In a unfair means it is not a justice. So oppressed, to be treated in an unfair way, treating them in a wrong way, unkind way. Next, downtrodden. Downtrodden means be ruled or controlled tyrannically. It is To be ruled, to be ruled. Downtrodden means or controlled. Tyrannically, it is tyrannically. Destitute. So, destitute means a person without money. Poor people without money, food or shelter is called as destitute. A person without money, food and shelter. This is the glossary. So the topic, moving to the topic, the noble bishop. The noble bishop, written by Victor Hugo. So before going to the lesson, the noble means a very simple, kind person. Bishop means the head of the Christian. You can tell, in the church they'll tell father. For the fathers, for the state wise, it is called as bishop. For the 5 church or 6 church, they'll be a head, that is called a bishop. Okay, so here the noble bishop. The noble bishop. First, in the scene 1, the table is laid for dinner. Silver plates are set on the table. The bishop is seated. His sister Baptistine is ready to serve. A convict enters. So here in the introduction, in the scene, in the act, this is also like a play. So in the first scene, what happens? There is a table for dinner in the hall. Then the silver plates are kept on the table. The bishop is seated. His sister, a sister is there for him to help. Her name is Baptistine. She is ready to serve in the plate the food. Then a convict enters. A person enters. The convict, horrorously, he is coming rushingly. See here. Very fearful he is coming and telling, my name is Jean Valjean. I am a convict. I am a convict. I have been 19 years. I have been 19 years in this galleys. 19 years I was in the jail. 4 days ago I was set free. 4 days. Now I am released from the jail. I have walked for miles. I did not come by bus or any bike. I am coming walking 4 miles from the jail. I haven't eaten anything for 3 days or 3. I haven't eaten for 3 days. So I'm very tired and I'm very hungry. I have asked at every inn. Inn means I have asked in every shops. Inn means shops. I have asked in all the shops, hotels, lodge, everything. Nobody. All I was told was, get out. I want food. I am starving. Give me food quickly. The convict is asking the bishop. Bishop is telling calmly. The bishop did not get any angry or any fear by seeing this man, the convict. He is telling calmly. Bishop is very, very soft. He is telling sister, he is calling Baptistine, put another plate on the table and put some sheet on the bed in the alcove. Trembling and shifting a screen, Baptistine goes to carry out the orders. So the bishop is telling Baptistine, come, keep another plate, put some food for in that plate. After that, put a very good bedspread and make that man to sleep here itself. Then the bishop is telling, friend, he is calling the convict as a friend. He is calling the robber as a friend. Sit down and warm yourself. You may be tired while we have supper. Your bed will be ready. He tells. Bishop is telling, friend, Come, sit down and warm yourself. Come, have something. You're very tired, and we will have supper. After the supper, you have to have a very good sleep and you can go to the bed. Your bed is very ready. The convict. Do you understand? I am a convict. The convict is telling. Do you know who I am? I am a robber. I am a convict. I have come from a jail. You call me friend and don't say, get out, dog. You're not scolding me. You're not telling me anything. You are so good, as everybody else does. Everybody told me, get out, dog, idiot, like that. And you're telling me, friend. You must be a great soul. So you are a very good person. You are having a very kind soul, kind heart. Thank you. The convict tells, Bishop, you are suffering. You cannot stand. You cannot talk. You are suffering. I can see you. You are hungry and thirsty. You are very hungry and thirsty. Come, first sit down. You mustn't thank me. Why you are thanking me? Come. He tells again, sister, the lamp gives a very poor light. He tells the lamp is very giving a poor light. It is not giving a bright light. So bring the silver candlesticks and light them. He tells, bring the silver candlesticks, candle stand, and keep them, and which gives bright light. Let him sleep and let him have a very good food. The bishop is telling to the sister. Baptistine goes to the mantle, she goes to the shelf and she brings the silver candlesticks and she lights them. She lights all the candlesticks on that candle stand. She serves them supper, then she serves him very good food, soup, cheese, mutton and large loaf of bread. The convict devours. The convict has everything greedily because so many days he did not have such a good food. Full meals he is having supper, he is having soup, he is having cheese, mutton and a large loaf, one bread, a big bread. He is eating very greedily. Divorce means greedily. Then the bishop to the convict, you must have suffered a lot. While eating, he's talking. He's talking to the person, convict. You have suffered a lot in the life. The convict, my God, yes. Now the convict is talking to the bishop. He tells, yes, my God, that's a long time ago. It's a very big story. I've suffered a lot. That was when I was a man. Now I am not a man, I am a number. They call me 24601 and I have lived in hell for 19 years. So he's telling, the convict is explaining, long back I was a very good man like you, but now I am not a man. Now they call me a number. They don't call my name also. They call me 24601 and I have lived in the hell. So for 19 years I suffered a lot, without food, without sleep and without any good people. The bishop, tell me about it, about the hell you lived in. So the bishop is asking, tell me, what is that hell? For 19 years you suffered. Come on, tell me the story. The convict, it's so long ago. So he's telling, long ago, before 19 years, I forget dreamily. I lived with my sister and her 7 children. My sister, I was living with my sister, she was having 7 children. Then, suddenly and very rapidly, what happened? Yes, I remember. She was ill. Suddenly, my sister became ill. She got some health problem. She became something very ill. Some health problem has come to her. We had no food, she fell ill, and we could not have some very good food. I could get no work, and at that time I did not get any job. The children of my sister were starving, so I stole some bread. So I did not get any job, and my sister children, the 7 children, were without food. They were starving, means for 2 days or 3 days they were without food. So at that time I just stole some bread. I was sentenced to 19 years in the galleys. So he tells, I just robbed some bread. For that they put me in the jail, and so I was in the jail for 19 years. He stops 19 years in hell, and he tells again, I was 19 years in the hell. And he sobs, he cries. Then began my stay in hell. That was my life. He explains, they chained me up like a wild animal. For that they put me a chain for my legs, and I was looked like a wild animal. They lashed me like a hound. They beat me. They treated me like an animal. I fed of filth. I did not have a very good sleep. I did not have a very good food for 19 years. 19 years. He tells this again and again. The convict tells 19 years, 19 years. They took away my name. They did not call my name. I don't remember my name. They took away my soul. They took away all the good habits in me, the kindness in me. They gave me a devil in its place. I was a man once. Once upon a time I was a man. After going to the hell, after going to the court, after going to the jail, I became a wild animal. Now I am a devil. I am a beast now. And they made me what I am. So they made me like a animal. Now I am an animal. Now I am free to starve. And now what to do I don't know. The man is telling, the convict is telling to the bishop. Bishop listens to the story and he tells, my son, you have suffered much. Really, after hearing the story, I feel for that. But there is hope for you. You can have rest now. The bishop is telling, okay, past is past. Hereafter, I hope, I think, I have confidence in you. You have rest, everything will be okay. The convict, hope, hope. He laughs, ha ha ha. He laughs widely. He tells, I don't have any confidence. I don't have any hope. Bishop, you have walked far. You are tired. You are very tired. You have walked so many miles and come. Lie down. First have sleep, good sleep, and sleep on the coach there. Good night. He tells to the young convict. The bishop tells, and he goes to his bed. Jean Valjean was so exhausted that he fell asleep immediately. Towards the middle of the night, he woke up. What woke him was the bed. It was long, long ago since he had slept on a bed. He started reflecting about those 19 years. He had been sentenced for stealing bread. He tried to escape many times. Each time he was caught. The court increased the sentence, and 19 years had gone by. He had entered the galleys sobbing and shuddering. He came out hardened. Once he was free, he asked for work, but no one was willing to take him. The cathedral clock struck 2. Jean Valjean thought about the silverware that was laid on the table for dinner. He rose to his feet. hesitated for a moment, listened, and walked cautiously to the adjacent room. The rays of the moonlight shone on the bishop's face. He slept tranquilly. Jean Valjean stood terrified at this radiant figure. So here what happens? He's sleeping on the bed. After so many years, he could not get sleep. The bed is so good. So he's thinking of his all the old stories, what he has did, how he has come after so many years. So here what happens next? The moral: world has no greater spectacle than this. A troubled and restless conscience on his verge of committing an evil deed, contemplating the sleep of a good man. Suddenly Jean Valjean went past the bed, straight to the cupboard. He saw the silverware, took it, crossed the room, jumped out of the window, ran across the garden, leaped over the wall like a tiger and fled. What happened? He doesn't sleep. He gets in the middle of the night and he is waiting for the sister and the bishop to sleep. In the mid of the night, he takes the silverware and he runs away out of the door. The scene 2, what happens? Baptistine, good heavens, the silver is stolen. The man who came last night has stolen it, runs to the alcove and comes back. The man has gone. So here the sister Baptistine is shouting and coming. The silver is gone. The silver candlestand is stolen by the man. The man is not there. He has gone away. She shouts and comes to the hall. Bishop, with sadness, Bishop is very sad to hear these words. I have a long time wrongfully withheld this silver. It belonged to the poor. Who was the man? A man, a poor man. Evidently, it belonged to him. There is a knock at the door. So the bishop is telling, I wanted to give this candlestand for him. It is for him, but he has taken and gone away. He is telling to the sister. Then there is a knock at the door. Bishop, come in. A servant and 4 policemen enter with the convict bond. So here comes some sergeant. A policeman with 4 servant and 4 policemen are coming inside the along with the convict. Sergeant, Bishop, we have caught. Bishop to Jean Valjean. Ha, there you are. I'm glad to see you, my friend. The bishop is telling, my friend, once again I can see you. Sergeant puzzled. This policeman is puzzled. He's telling, he's your friend. I thought he's a robber. He has robbed from your home. Bishop to Jean Valjean, but I gave you the candlesticks also, which are silver like the rest. Why didn't you take them along with the plates? Jean Valjean looks at the bishop with an expression and that no words could describe. So the bishop is telling to his friend, why have you taken only the candlesticks? You can take the silver plates. I kept for you. Why you left that and gone? The convict looks surprisingly at the bishop. Sergeant, then what this man said must be true, he said. So the policeman is telling this man also told the same. Bishop, he must have told you that the silver were given by him to me, that that he had spent the night here and you brought him here. It is all a mistake. So the bishop told, yes, I gave him the silverware. What he has told is correct. He slept here and he went. The sergeant, if that is so, we can let him go. The policeman is telling, okay, then we are sorry. What we told is correct. They realize the convict and leave. So the policeman leaves the convict and goes away. Then bishop is telling, my friend, before you go away, You can take these candlesticks. They are yours. Take them. He gives the candlesticks to the convict. Then Bishop is telling, now you may go in peace. Why you want to go in the mid of the night? Now you can go. By the way, you can go by the straight door, not behind the door. When you come in, you need to come through the garden. When you want to come again, come directly, and what you want you can take from my home. You can always come in and go out by the front door. You don't go by the back door, you come in the front door, and what you want you can take. The doors of my house are never locked. He tells, I will never close my door for you, my friend. You can come any time or any day or night. Jean Valjean, my brother, promised me that you would use the silver to become an honest man. Will you fulfill this promise? The bishop is asking the convict, promise me, my brother, you are my brother, that these silver you have to become an honest man. You keep this to become an honest man. Promise me. The convict, yes, I will, sobs. He cries and tells, okay, really, I will use this for the good purpose. I feel I am a man again and not a wild beast. He leaves. He tells, hereafterwards I will be a man. I will not become a wild animal. After that, years rolled by. The Jean Valjean left the life of an honest man. So he led a life of an honest man. From then onwards, he became a very good man. The convict became a very good man. He, remembering the bishop's words, he had sold all the silverware except the candlesticks. He kept them with him all his life in the memory. He thinks for this as a memory of the good bishop. He strove for the cause of the oppressed, downtrodden, and destitute. So he used all these things for the poor people and for the good things in his life. Here the story ends, children. You have assignment. The first question, who was Jean Valjean? Second one, who brought the silver candlesticks from the mantle? Third question, what did the stranger steal from the bishop's house? Place. Fourth, why was Jean Valjean surprised at the bishop's behavior the next morning? Fifth question, why was Jean Valjean finally set free? The last question, what did Jean Valjean promise the bishop? The assignment is over, children. I think you have understood the lesson. Once again, you can go through the lesson and do the assignments. Thank you, children.